Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time. Back with Omar Alfaro, my real estate entrepreneur. How you doing, sir?
Good. What's up, Michael? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Omar. Something we're going to be doing probably first for the next, I don't know, 6, 9, 12 months is just taking a weekly look at your market. Remind folks of what market you're in because, again, it's an important market for me and my channel because, hey, it's in California. It's a market that moves first. And so, again, remind us where you're at and what's going on.
In the high desert, that's my market. Southern California in general, obviously, we're making some transitions, which is great. But it's Apple Valley, Victorville, Hesperia, Oak Hills, Wrightwood, Big Bear, Lucerne. Just a good footprint, in affordable housing. So,
Yeah, if I were to
yep.
summarize the last couple of weeks, which we'll get into this week, kind of inventory was going down, which caught us by surprise.
Mhm.
People were taking their houses off the market. The move up buyer seems to be non existent. Days on market was growing, which is what you expect in a slowing market.
Yep.
Cancellations or expireds were going up, which again, that's what you expect with what I call wish pricing.
Hmm.
So as we get ready to finish up the year, what's happened in the last week or so?
So this last week has been interesting because this whole month has been interesting in general. This is kind of like a normal transition into a real estate market, in November, December, January.
Mhm.
In addition to the increase in interest rates. But yeah, we've seen a slowdown for sure, just in listings. There's a lot of houses still on the market that shouldn't be on the market.
Yes,
Um,
exactly. It's kind of like
a
fake
lot.
inventory.
Yeah, because they're not gonna. We were making some offers and stuff too, really, really low, and they're not moving because they owe too much. So it's like just take your house off the market. But in 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 retrospect, here, um, I wish that you know the market was just real people that wanted to sell, because then our
Yeah,
numbers would be like a lot more. I bet you anything, Michael, we would be at like 700 houses
instead
if
of
people
what are you
instead
today?
of 1,300.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think there's a lot of people that signed a contract. They're like, hey, I may, how many times you hear this? If I get my number, I'll sell.
For sure, all the
You're not
time.
motivated. Yeah, you're not motivated.
Mm-mm.
Uh, and I think you're right. I think somewhere between 30 and 50% of the active listings have wish prices and they're not really
Mm-hmm.
for sale in the market we're in. And that's what makes what I do fun, right? What do? I fish for motivated sellers, right?
Yep.
I'm in a market where there's 4,000 listings or 4,200. And
Jeez.
my job is to figure out the 10 or 12 or 15 that are truly motivated and go find them. And in the last 8 weeks, I found two. I listed a flip. What did we calculate? 42 days after I bought it, right? My team's already done it. We can't sell it FHA because it's not 90 days. I listed it at the worst time, right? We listed it a week from tomorrow. So what would that be? Like the 14th? We got
Right.
3 offers over the weekend. We're in negotiations. We're countering with one of them. So again, if you buy it right,
Beautiful.
which is the magic, we bought it for 203. We put 40 in. We listed it at 309. We're basically negotiating give and take to about 303. We'll see where it ends up. And that's in the worst time. And here's the deal what I told my team, Omar, you taught me this. If this doesn't sell by January 3rd, if I'm not in escrow by January 3rd, I'm taking it off the market. I'm going to do the last 3 or 4 things that make it FHA ready. I'll list it
Hmm.
on February 2nd, which will be
Yep.
day 91, and I'll
Hmm.
sell it for more money. I will like if this doesn't sell at 309 or 303 or whatever, I will take it off the market. I will spend another 10 and then I'll list it for 330. I don't care
All
which
day.
way it goes.
That's
So it's
perfect.
but again, it starts with the buy. And in a market of 4,000 when there's I don't know, 15 or 20 or 30 truly motivated sellers, it's hard. But you know what? Most people have refused to do the work. They just won't do the work. They just want to be lazy and complain. So I find this fun. I'm excited for what's coming personally.
Yeah, I am too. We're starting to see the trend. People are starting to actually reach out. Other agents are reaching out to me and saying, "Hey, oh, do you want to buy this one?" The other investor canceled. I got a text message this morning from one of my buddies who actually is in title, and he's like, "Hey, you want this place?" And I'm like, "No." What's the story? Investor backed out last minute. Seller's pissed off. Seller wants to reduce the price. He told me they would take 220. I'm like, "No, I'll buy it for 190." Like
Yeah, this is
immediately,
this.
I'll buy it
Yeah,
for 190.
yeah,
And you know what he told me? He's like, "Hey, I offered him 200 and he doesn't want to sell it for 200." I'm like, "Okay, if he's not taking your offer at 200, um, and and he's not even a real estate like an agent.
yeah,
He's a title guy that builds houses, and he's
yeah,
just one of my good buddies.
yeah,
And he'll buy it, but if the guy says no, then keep the house because it's been
yeah,
trajectory straight down on all of his price
yeah,
reductions. So
yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah, 2023 is going to be really interesting because again, 2023 I think will be the low for transaction volume, right? Move up buyers, wish pricing. It's just going to be a lot of people stuck. So if you're a real
Mm-hmm.
estate agent, your title, your mortgage, it's going to be a rough year. But if you're an investor, right, you're a hybrid agent or you do all of that, you can put together some great deals because some people this
Great deal.
example, maybe he doesn't have to sell. He's good. But maybe he does and he's kidding himself. So okay, he got an offer for 200, he doesn't take it today. It's now February 15th. He needs to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Does he take 200 then? Maybe, but now it's maybe 195. I don't know. So again, there still will be transactions. It's going to be a very skinny year if you're paid on commission. That's why you need to be like Omar and be the entrepreneur and go make some profit and be relentless. Buy cheap.
Yeah. And honestly, you said it right there, Michael. A lot of us, and I'm feeling it as a commission-based, business as well,
Yeah.
on the retail side. And if I'm feeling it, there's a lot of people that are not that are feeling it worse than me.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you have to create some other type of, margins. So you have to go create the profit, and then when you get the commission check, awesome. It feeds your down payments or whatever the case if you're going to be flipping. But you have to be. I mean, there's flips going to be out there for sure. You bought one just now. There's gonna be flips for sure to make that. Literally, you know what it's going to do? Honestly, I feel that if you don't have a profit margin type of business, profit meaning that you're flipping houses or wholesaling, um, that is going to take place of sometimes your commission check. And if your commission check's not there, or your profits and your wholesale fees aren't there, then you better ramp up your commissions
Yeah.
and go represent some buyers and go show some houses and do all that stuff, providing you're a realtor. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to survive the next year. I think there will be 30 or 40% less of transactions, which probably mean less of people. But when you come out of this in 2024, 2025, it's going to be, it'll be a good time again because there's less competition.
100%. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm starting to see it, herd out a little bit.
Yeah.
Remember, we're the last area that's going to even
Yep.
face it,
Yeah.
so it's going to take some time, but nonetheless, still pretty good.
Last question for you on your market,
Yeah.
right? The high desert. When does the spring selling season start? Is it like most markets, like March, April, or is it different?
No, March,
Okay.
April, May.
So we got a couple of really rough months. January, February is going to be pretty slow.
Yeah, but that's where you're able to get some good deals.
Yeah, if you find the motivated seller, do the work like I talk about. That's
Hmm.
yeah. I wanted to prove this year that I could get a deal between Thanksgiving and Christmas. We got two. We're actually trying to beat up a third right now. Um, but yeah, I'll keep fishing. I'm not going to stop. I looked at my market every day for 3 years. I'm not going to stop now. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's
Omar, if
good,
somebody
Michael.
wanted to join your team or be a part of your world, how would they do that?
Guys, go to my IG page at Invest with Omar. We got a new website coming out, which is omaralfaro.com. Pretty freaking awesome. And then click that link, join team. And yeah, and I've got reached out like a couple times yesterday. People
Nice.
just want to join the team as real estate professionals, which is cool.
Yeah. Again, I think what's going to be very interesting is people like yourself who have proven time and time again having multiple streams of income or opportunities to make money is the way to go. I would expect a lot of agents to be reaching out, going, okay, I get it. I need to do this. So, one more time, what's the website? IG.
OmarAlfaro.com, and my IG is at Invest with Omar.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.